What makes a villain legendary? A poisoned blade, a world-ending scheme? Or is it something more, something dazzling, deadly and gold-plated? In the world of James Bond, one name glitters above the rest. Francisco Scaramanga, the man with a golden gun. But who is Scaramanga really? Is he a thug with a taste for blood and gold, lurking in the shadows of Ian Fleming's Twilight novel? Or is he the dark mirror to Bond? A suave, sophisticated killer played by Christopher Lee, out for glory and the ultimate duel? Today we're unlocking the secrets behind the gold, the gun, and the man who outshot Bond himself. This is Scaramanga, like you've never seen him before. His story begins not in the glittering back rooms of Monte Carlo, nor the radiant jungles of a Southeast Asian island, but under the dim canvas of a traveling circus, with a boy and his only friend, a gentle giant of an elephant. Francisco Pistol's Scaramanga is introduced in Fleming's final and posthumously published Bond adventure as a figure born amid hardship and violence. Of Catalan-Spanish descent, Scaramanga's life is marked early by trauma. As a circus trickshot prodigy, he witnesses the brutal killing of the elephant he loved, his only true friend, by a Trieste policeman. The 16-year-old Scaramanga's instant response: shoot the cop through the eye, setting in motion a lifetime of calculated murder. From Naples to New York, he drifts into organized crime, becoming the enforcer for the Spangled Mob. His lethal expertise and his brazen use of a gold-plated Colt 45 Peacemaker revolver bring him notoriety as the man with a golden gun. Fleming's Scaramanga is a creature of violence and alienation who rises from the darkest alleys to enforce for America's most notorious mobsters. He's a man whose only loyalty is to hard cash, who trades allegiances like poker chips. Spangled Mob, Trujillo, Fidel Castro's secret police, and, always, the shadowy reach of the KGB. Fleming's description offers a file of speculative horror, a psychological curiosity. 6'3", a crew-cut shimmer of red, a third nipple, a gun fetish, and a spirit twisted by tragedy and self-loathing. Latent homosexuality, impotence, a pathological need to impress. This is not the chic mastermind of Bond's earlier rogues gallery. He is calculated, but not cunning, vicious, but never visionary. His ambition is as gold-plated as his pistol, shiny, but ultimately hollow. But the screen demands myth, not pathology. Enter Christopher Lee, the golden god of villainy and hammer horror. Scaramanga rises from the page, taller, sharper, infinitely more dangerous. No longer a mere thug, he becomes Bond's dark twin, a refined, charming anti-hero, living large from the spoils of murder for hire. His private island, booby-trapped and sun-drenched, is the stuff of cinematic legend. A solar-powered fortress, a labyrinth of mirrors and mannequins, a playground for death. This Scaramanga relishes the kill, yes, but what he truly craves is an equal, a rival, someone who understands the art of death as pleasure and performance.
You see, Mr. Bond, like every great artist, I want to create an indisputable masterpiece once in my lifetime. The death of 007, mano a mano, face to face, will be mine. My golden gun against your Walther PPK, each of us with a 50-50 chance.
6 bullets to your 1.
I only need 1.
His challenge is ritual, almost religious. In Christopher Lee's hands, Scaramanga is the Dark Bond, the one who walked away from Her Majesty's Secret Service and became the artist of assassination rather than its instrument. Forget pistols. Scaramanga's golden gun is a character in its own right. For Fleming, it's a brash American icon, a 45 Peacemaker, coldly efficient. But the film forges something else. A modular marvel assembled from Europe's finest luxuries. A fountain pen, a lighter, a cigarette case, a cufflink. This is not just a weapon, it's a calling card, a signature. In the hands of Scaramanga, every bullet is a message, every kill an advertisement. And in the annals of Bond gadgetry, nothing has left a deeper mark. The Golden Gun's myth has even outstripped its possessor. Featured in games, films, comic strips, and more, its one-shot, one-kill mystique is seared into pop culture. Lee's Scaramanga isn't alone. While Fleming's version runs his criminal empire solo, the film Scaramanga enjoys the company and constant threat of Knick-Knack, one of the more memorable henchmen of the Bond series. Part servant, part would-be heir, always ready to test his master's reflexes. Their games are deadly, their banter infectious. He is the shadow behind the golden curtain. And then there's Andrea Anders. Fleming's women are sideline figures, but in the film, Maud Adams brings to life a character whose desperation mirrors the cost of evil up close. She sends the bullet that brings Bond to Scaramanga's lair, a move for freedom ending in tragic silence. Her death is the coldest shot of all, a wordless testament to the price of loving a monster. Everything in the film builds toward one significant moment. Scaramanga lures his nemesis into a final test, a duel between titans.
This is Andrea Lalamo. Only one of you can leave the field of honor.
For Lee's Scaramanga, this is art, his masterpiece. For Bond, it's survival and a confrontation with everything he could become, should he ever lose his soul to the thrill of the kill. As Bond slips into the place of his own waxwork double, he turns Scaramanga's vanity against him. One shot is fired. The Golden Gun is silenced forever. The world's deadliest assassin, undone by the only man who could truly understand him. The cinematic Scaramanga illustrates calculated Machiavellianism and narcissism. His elaborate duels and theatrical schemes are driven by pride, self-mythologizing, and a need to prove himself as Bond's true equal. Christopher Lee's Scaramanga is coolly rational, with occasional flashes of childlike delight at murder, indulging in the spectacle as much as the act. Christopher Lee's performance is routinely celebrated among the very finest in Bond history. A devil in tailor-made suits whose laughter echoes through the decades. Every time Bond raises a gun, every time a villain steps into the arena with something to prove, Scaramanga waits in the wings. And the Golden Gun? It whispers from desks, game consoles, and glass cases in museums, from a time when one bullet and one name could strike fear into spies and moviegoers alike.